Hi everyone, welcome. Okay. Okay, let me just check if this is working. Hi guys, welcome to this Facebook live show. I think we have some of you who are early, you are slowly streaming in, or you're like scrolling through your YouTube live. You're streaming on YouTube as well. If you're on Facebook as well, you might be scrolling and you're seeing this. Welcome guys, welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks. And if you can see and can hear me, all right, just type a one, guys, type a one in chat so that I know that this is working, and so that I can acknowledge all of you as well. Type a one in chat. Let me know, guys, if this is working. You can see, you can hear me. It's loud and clear. Before we dive into this very session, right? Type a one in the chat. Okay, awesome. So we have like slowly a few more of you streaming in. Welcome to this Facebook live show, guys, called Ask Me Any Stock. We have Dave over here as well. Hi, Dave. Hi, good evening, Dave. Hi, Stanek. Good to see you here as well. Jerome, hi. 111. Awesome. Type of one in chat, guys. If you can see and you can hear me loud and clear before we dive right into it. And in this very Facebook live show, basically, we'll be looking at the stocks that you guys are asking about, right, in the Singapore market, as the title goes, right? Ask Me Any Stocks live show. This is pretty much a live show and is to add value to you guys, all right? And some of you may be clients of mine as well. Okay, I see a lot more of you coming on board. Hi, YKid11, Kelvin, good to see you here. Sunny, hi, awesome. Okay, so let's just help me to like and share, guys. Would it be okay if you can like and share? I think there should be like a heart-shaped button as well. Help me to like and share, guys, so that, or give me a heart, so at least we can reach out to more people before we start. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, Penny, good to see you here as well. Awesome. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Yeah, I see a lot of hearts and like. Also, I'm not sure whether you guys can see this, but thank you so much, guys. Okay, very good. Okay, so welcome to this Facebook live show, guys, called Ask Me Any Stock. So what happens is this, right? We do a quick market outlook. We look at maybe the Dow Jones and even the STI. I'll do a quick market update, what has happened, where are we right now in the markets. And what happens is that we will go ahead to do a live poll, all right? A live poll, and that's where you can let me know the stocks, the Singapore market, right? In the Singapore market, the Singapore stocks that you want a quick opinion on, whether to buy, to sell, to think about getting in, or let me know. I'll try to pick the most popular stocks, all right, that many people are asking about. So we'll do a live poll, all right? Try not to type your stocks over here because you'll be just lost in the chat. But we'll do a live poll. I'll let you know where to actually type the name of your Singapore stocks that you want a quick opinion on. And that's what we will cover, all right, the top 5 or 6 stocks, all right. And at the end of it all, I'll share with you one bonus stock at the end, all right. I'll share with you one bonus stock that after going through your stocks, now it's my turn, all right. I'll share with you one bonus stock that I like at the end. And what happens is we try to do it a little bit different this time compared to other Ask Me Any Stocks session, right? So apart from just looking and diving into your stocks directly and telling you whether to buy or to sell or where to position yourselves, I will try to talk a little bit on the strategy. All right, so it's not just about like giving you or telling you about the features, but also teach you a little bit on how to fish. All right, so that you can apply this not just on the stocks that you're asking about or what I cover, but essentially like any stocks that you want in the future. Would that sound good, right? Type yes, guys. Type yes if that sounds good, so that you can learn a little bit rather than just just looking at the stocks that you guys want only. Type yes in the chat. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome. All right, I see a lot more of you have just joined us. We have like almost 100 of you. Welcome to this Facebook live show. And if you're just joining us, all right, you're in the right place. Welcome to this Facebook live show. My name is Joey Choi, top tier reminder trader in Phillip Securities, and that's where we do run events like this, webinars, Facebook Live, just to add a bit more value to cover some of the stocks that many of you are asking about. All right, so yes, awesome. So that is pretty much what I will cover. All right, so I'll share with you one bonus stock at the end, and I'll also review to you if you guys want to take a look at this system that I have that actually guides us on entry and exit. We try to cover that as well, all right, at the end, or maybe some of those stocks that we are looking at as well. All right, so how many of you want me to go through the market? How many of you want me to go through the market? Just type market, guys. Type market in the chat. Type market in the chat if you want me to just do a quick coverage of the market. Type market in chat, guys. So I think there should be a chat, whether you're logging on your computer, on your phone, all right, and whether on your left or right, but there should be a chat. Just type so that I can acknowledge and engage all of you as well. I want to keep this as engaging as possible, so it's not just me talking, all right, but you guys participating in the poll, all right, in the chat as well, all right. And let's see, right? Type market chat if you want me to cover the market, or should we just dive right into the stocks? Let me know, guys, if you want me to cover the market, maybe the Dow Jones or the STI, the Straits Times Index? Let me know, guys. Hi, Karen. Good to see you here. Hi, Karen. Okay, I think some of you are my clients as well, or are my mentees as well. Great to see you here. Thanks, Karen. We have Kevin Ong, Basa. Is it Basa? Market. Thank you so much. Jimmy, market. Dave, market. Stanley, market. Jerome, market. Awesome, right? So Dow Jones. Oh, you're asking about the Pauline. You're talking about the STI. Okay, we can look at that. Get what the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We have market. So yeah, probably Dow Jones as well. And okay, I think of you are asking about the Dow Jones and the STI. So let me just go ahead to dive right into the markets right now. And then before we do a quick poll, and then we'll cover the stocks that you guys want. All right, sounds good. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, just a quick disclaimer, guys. Whatever that's covered today in this live session is just for education purpose only. So please do your own due diligence as well. All right, and it's not an inducement for you to buy or sell. Right, the standard disclaimer that we have to share. All right, okay. So yeah, very simple. Let me go ahead to look at the markets right now. All right, okay, good. So this is the Dow Jones, right? But before I look at the markets, I want to do a live poll. All right, let's just go ahead to test this out. All right, let me just give you guys the link. All right, to ask your view on what is the market right now. So let's do a live poll. Let me just put the link in the chat, right? Put the link in the chat so that you guys can take part in this live poll. All right, so let me just place the link, or you can go to this website, www.slido.com, and the code is AMAS18. All right, AMAS18, or you can just simply scan the QR code if you are looking at this screen right now. So that is the link I've placed in the chat. All right, I've placed the link in the chat. Click on it, right? Click on it, and you should be able to take part in this live poll that is happening right now. I think we have more than 100 of you on board already, slowly from streaming in from YouTube. We're doing it on YouTube as well. And by the way, guys, this is live. You can see this is changing right now, right? So click on the link in the chat. I've just placed the link in the chat. Let me know, guys, if this is working. Just type yes if the link is working, but I think it should be working. All right, we are pretty much having a live poll. And let me know, guys, what is your view on the stock market as we head into the last quarter of 2023. In case you don't know, we are pretty much approaching the last quarter, October, November, December. Yeah, pretty much the last quarter of 2023. So are we ending bullishly? Could we be a bit more careful? Could be more selling? Let me know, guys, what is your takeaway? What is your sense on the market before I actually dive right into it, right? Click on the link in the chat, type yes if this is working. Okay, so we have slowly more and more of you taking part in this poll. You can see that it is changing. Get out on any rebound. Only 6%. All right, so I think a lot of you are still pretty bullish, right? Time to get in for a recovery phase for next year. That is pretty bullish, I think. Okay, 61%, right? So this is changing. 21% gradually turning bullish. Okay, good. Turning bullish. Ming Kwek are saying turning bullish as well. Awesome. All right. Okay, so this is working. So click on the link, guys. That is pretty much where you'll be doing a live poll later. All right, and where we are doing a poll right now just to get a sense of your view on the stock market as we hit into the end of 2023, right? So let me, a few more seconds, guys. We have like slowly more of you. For those of you who have just joined us, all right, and you have no idea what is happening right now, we're just doing a live poll, and welcome to this Facebook live session called Ask Me Any Stocks. We're just doing a live poll on the your view for the market, right, for as we end 2023. So let me know later. We'll go on to talk about the stocks as the title of this show goes, Ask Me Any Stocks. We'll look at some Singapore stocks that you guys are asking about, and I'll share you one stock at the end as well. All right, okay, let's take a look at the answers right now. So we have like more than 20 of you taking part in the poll, more than 100 of you over here as well. Okay, awesome. Let's see, right? Cheryl, yes, awesome. Okay, so time to get in for a recovery phase for next year. So I think a lot of you are a little bit more bullish, 63% of recovery phase for next year. You want time your entry to get in, not wait, but more to, positioning yourself to get in. All right, great. We look at it. Gradually turning bullish. All right, so maybe a little bit more cautious, but, we are getting there. We are a little bit more bullish. Still bearish. 13% only. Get out on any rebound. That's like, just rebound a bit, you get out and don't you stop doing anything, right? So that one's like only 4%. Great. So based on these answers, I would say 63% plus 25, about more than 80%, slightly more bullish, right? Okay, good. So welcome. Let's take a look at this poll right now. All right, I'll just stop the poll. Okay, let me just put this back to one side and let's take a look at the Dow Jones right now. Okay, so this is Dow Jones right over here at about 34,575. So my view on the Dow Jones is this. Okay, I mean, besides the technical levels, what happens, I just want to do a quick overview of what has happened in the market. I think all of you would know in terms of the inflationary news that's happened over the past 1 over year. All right, we have rate hikes and all that. And right now, there would be about 11 rate hikes already. And we have some inflationary data coming out. The CPI numbers came out over the past few days, slightly higher, but not high enough that the Federal Reserve might want to hike rates. Next week, they have the Federal Reserve meeting. So most people are predicting that they might want to hike rates next week, maybe in November, one more time, and probably the end. Right? But we are kind of like heading towards the end of the rate hike cycle, probably like one more time, and then might pause, and then next year, hopefully stabilize a little bit, and then we might start to see rate cuts. All right, that is what potentially can happen. All right, so welcome. Hi, Suipia, good to see you here. Right, good. So basically, that is pretty much the news affecting the market. All right, and this is the Dow Jones. So my view on the Dow Jones would be pretty similar as well. I would say that if you are looking for a big crash in the market, like what we saw in after the news about rate hikes last year, we found a little bit of a bottom with lower lows, right? And we've just been going lower and lower. You want prices to hit back to where we were last year, whereby the bottom has already been found. I think it might be a little bit, obscure for now. All right, we are pretty much in a uptrend already, not just last week or yesterday or last month. In fact, since like the beginning of the year, there were already signs of an uptrend. If you have been following me on my YouTube videos as well, there were already signs of an uptrend. In fact, now this uptrend is slowly starting to form. So of course, we might see a bit of weakness in the short term, might pull back, buyers come up, it pushes back up. That is normal in the short term, but in the longer term, all right, there were already some signs of the uptrend forming. So let me explain to you why. So you can see that, for Dow Jones, since like last year, so I'll just teach you guys a little bit of the strategy, what to look out for, so you can learn a little bit of something as well. So you can see that we look at, in terms of the longer term, we look at the 100 days moving average and the 200 days moving average. So since like beginning of last year, 2022, the tech sector sold off, we have rate hikes and all that. These 100 days moving average, the red line, we're pointing down, blue line pointing down. So a bit of a downtrend, right? We form lower highs, right? You just, rebound a bit and then sellers came and push it all the way back down, right? So lower highs, a bit of a downtrend. In fact, you can also draw, just to share with you guys a bit on what we do, you can draw what we call a downward sloping line right over here, and that's what we call like a channel resistance level. All right, channel resistance level. So as long as we stay below this line, you can see we went down, but somewhere around here, right, end of last year, there was a break of this channel resistance line, which shows that the trend has pretty much it's not that weak, it's not that bearish already. All right, started to stabilize a little bit, maybe moving a bit of sideways, not entirely up yet, but a little bit sideways, and then hopefully started to turn up. So that is pretty much what has happened. All right, for the Dow Jones, we have turned from a downtrend to a bit of a sideways. And over the past, I would say 6 to 8 months, you can see that the trend has started to turn up. So this 100 days moving average has crossed back above the 200 days moving average. So that's a longer term moving average. And you can see that we are pretty much in a longer term uptrend based on this bullish, what we call crossover. And also, just by looking at price action alone, without looking at any indicators, you can see that we are actually trying to form higher lows, right? So very simple, higher lows. Look, this was like pretty much the bottom in October last year. This was the bottom in March. This was the bottom in May. This was the bottom in July. So the bottom is getting higher and higher. Does it make sense, guys? So that's a sign of strength that shows that, each time the market sells off, all right, or sold off, we are seeing some strength. We can effectively also draw what we call an upward sloping, all right, channel support line. Pretty much this is the line that connects all the support levels. Can you guys see what I'm doing right here? All right, so this is pretty much the line that connects all the lows right over here and forming what we call higher low. So that is a sign of strength. For those of you who are a little bit more bullish grade, that is pretty much my view as well. The market has turned from like bearishness last year to sideways and potentially starting to turn up. Are you guys following me so far, guys? Type yes, guys, in chat. You're following me so far regarding the Dow Jones, the way I analyze it. You're still following. It's not like in a mess. Type yes in the chat, guys, if that makes sense. Before I continue, guys, just type yes in chat before I talk about the Dow Jones as to where we are right now and what are some of the key levels. So I pretty much just dive into just the overall, big picture. I have not really talked about the key levels yet, but later I'll share a bit more. But I think you guys get the point in terms of the trend. All right, what we look out for in terms of the trend. All right, and yeah, we want to focus on a bit on the trend, whether is it uptrend or downtrend, and we want to try to take a position or at least be in the same direction as the trend. All right, I mean, rather than last year if it's going down and then you buy and buy and buy, it goes down and down, and then no point, right? So you want to be in the same direction as the trend. All right, so yes. So I'm glad that makes sense. Hi, Danielle, Karen, Alice, Kid, yes. Dave, yes. Awesome. All right, so I see a lot of few names over here. All right, welcome. Okay, so let's talk about the Dow Jones right now. Right, so you can see that basically for the Dow Jones, we are capped below this 35,000. Right, so it's a bit of an uptrend, right, in the longer term. But as I mentioned, for the short term, we can also see some weakness. I mean, because there might be some news coming up from the Federal Reserve, and there could be a sell down in some of the tech stocks, some of the banking stocks, the blue chips, and the market might pull back a little bit. But each time it pulls back or it trades down, right? The question is, where does it hit to? Does it hit like all the way down? Like does it hit back like all the way down to like the same down here, or does it just hit down a little bit? All right, and buyers started to come back and rebound back up. So you can see that, as I mentioned, we have formed what we call higher lows, right? So that's a sign of strength. That's a sign of strength apart from the moving averages that I talk about. All right. So that is a sign of strength. But in the short term, we can still see weakness, right? We can still see weakness. And a key level to watch that right now would be this 35,000. So this is a key, I would say, psychological resistance level for the Dow Jones, 35,000. So over the past 2 weeks, you can see right over here, it was actually the support level somewhere in August, July. We broke down, went towards the longer term moving average and saw a bit of a rebound. You can see that this support turned to what we call a resistance level, all right? And we are still below this 35,000. So this 35,000 is pretty key, right? It's pretty key. I think if we can, break above this 35,000, great. We might start to push slowly higher, maybe all the way to that 35,600, pretty much back to, let me just draw it right here. I think that is potentially a short-term resistance level right around here, right? So potential resistance level somewhere around that 35,600, 35,700, right? That could potentially be where we might hit to after 35,000. Let me just draw it for you right over here. All right, so that is the upside. So we might just consolidate. I would say for the past 2 weeks, we're still below 35. We might just consolidate, and eventually we might retest the 35,000 to push even higher. And eventually, if this 35,600 were to break, then yeah, great. That is where the upside can continue, or all the way up to retest that 37,000 level, which is pretty much the high, all right, that we have seen at the beginning of 2022, all right, before the sell down, right? So that's pretty much for the Dow Jones. I think so far it looks quite okay. In the longer term trend still looks up, all right. We might be seeing some short term weakness. We are seeing a little bit of consolidation below that 35,000, but watch that level. If we break that level, we stay above it, great. The reversal can potentially start to happen. All right, so I think some of you are typing about your stocks that you want, like Keppel Corp and OCBC. Great. We're doing a live poll in a bit, so don't type your stocks here later. We'll do a live poll now. We'll just do a quick update on the market. All right, and that is pretty much for the Dow Jones, right? For the Dow Jones, right? So let me just go ahead to see right over here. Okay, so that's 35,000 level, all right, for the Dow Jones. Okay, so let me just go ahead to share with you guys. As I say, I do have a system, so to share with you guys a little bit on that as well. All right, that we have that guides us not just on the market, but also on certain stocks. And later I'll share with you a bit more on this system and maybe how to get access to it. But essentially, this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We had a couple of like bullish and even bearish signals. So it kind of guides you on where the market is heading right now. Right, so you can see that in August last year, we got the red bearish signal. It sold all the way down. All right, and then we got an exit, started to push up. And let's see where we are right now. So I think we got this little bullish signal on June, right over here in June, started to push all the way up from that 34,000 to 35,500, and got the exit, started to hit a little bit lower, right? So right now, I would say for Dow Jones, so this system kind of helps us as well, right, in terms of not just on the stocks, but also on the market, right, just to guide us a little bit on whether is it a little bit more bullish, it's a trend, a little bit of a bearish or bullish trend just by looking at the trend bar. So as I mentioned, right, it's pretty much an uptrend. The trend bar is green in color. We got a bullish signal. We might just be consolidating. And if we do break that 35,000, I think this bullish signal can continue to play out, right? So this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We'll just show you a little bit on the system as well, right? And let's take a look at the STI. Just type STI, type STI in the chat, type STI in the chat if you want me to look at the Straits Times Index. I know some of you are typing your stock name. We have a Genting Singapore, Yang Zijiang YZJ, right? Not to worry, we'll cover the stocks in a bit, but now I just want to cover the markets because a lot of you are asking about the market just now, right? So we'll cover about the markets, but right now we have talked about Dow Jones. So let's just go ahead to talk about the STI. I mean, since we're looking at the Singapore market today, all right? Type STI in the chat, STI. Iris, hi, Lynette STI, Karen STI, Shannon STI. Awesome, thank you. Okay, very good. So let's quickly look at the Straits Times Index right now. So this is live, guys. By the way, for those of you who are just joining us, welcome to this Facebook live show. My name is Joey Choi, top tier rising trader in Phillips Securities, and pretty much you're in this show whereby I will cover in a bit the stocks that you want a quick opinion on. I'll pick the most popular 5 or 6 stocks, and I'll dive right into it, and hopefully you can get or learn something or get some value out of this analysis. All right. So Straits Times Index. So right now we are looking at the STI. Right. So maybe guys you can share with me before I dive into the STI right now. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the trend? I mean, compared to like the Dow Jones, right? What do you guys think about the trend for the STI? Is it up? Is it down? Or is it sideways? Let me know, guys, in the chat. What do you guys think about the trend for STI? So this, in case you're not too sure where we are at the Straits Times Index STI. All right. So let me know in the chat, guys, what do you guys think about the trend for STI over the past 1-2 years? Is it up? Is it down? Or is it sideways? Or is it like consolidating? I think some of you are typing like consolidating. Let me know, guys, in chat. All right, so let's see your answers, guys. Okay, thank you so much for those of you who are engaging and typing. That's where you can learn the most, right? Cheryl, sideways, awesome. Valerie, sideways, thank you. Lynette, sideways. Danielle, sideways. Richard, awesome. Karen, sideways, thank you. Consolidating. Wow, so it seems like all of you can see quite clearly. Yenhung, sideways. Pauline, sideways. Awesome. Moving sideways. Samuel Lim, awesome. Okay, very good. So it looks a little bit different from the Dow Jones, right? Because for the STI, we have not really sold off that much last year. All right, we were pretty defensive. We hit down towards that 3,000, 3,100, and some bargain hunting came back. We rebounded, so it was a little bit of a sideways. We didn't really sell off that much, rebounded, and then we are back to square one, and we sold off again. So that is pretty much the range right now for the STI. You can see that we have found over the past 8 months some really good support. All right, if you're looking at this level, this is the 3,100 level, or it used to be like maybe 3,000 to 350, but it seems like the support has gone a little bit higher, all right, a little bit higher, and that is the support we're seeing right now, 3,100, right? 3,100. You can see that as we approach this level about, let's see, right, about one time over here, 2, 3, 4, all right, we hit it near there, 3,001 plus, 3,150 around there. And some bargain hunting came back and the market rebounded. Even the banks rebounded as well, and we traded upwards. But the key here is that when we traded upwards, where did we see actually some selling coming back? Well, I would say that there's a key resistance right now for the entire market, somewhere around that 3,320 level, right over here, right? 3,320. It seems like that is a level that you want to watch, right? That's where we also saw some selling as well, right? So about 3,320, a couple of touches, all right, and sellers just came back and we sold all the way down. So we might be making our way back up. So quite good bullish move, all right. The market rebounded last night for the US, Singapore rebounded as well. The banks started to push up as well. We'll see if we can cover the banks in a bit, but yeah, pretty much the banks push up. The index went up. I think today we closed by more than 10, 20 points up, all right, and that is where we could potentially head to right now, all right, before some selling can come back again. So just take note of this level, 3,320, maybe 3,350. That is potentially where some selling can come back for the entire market for the STI. All right, so a bit of a sideways movement, right, compared to like the Dow Jones, which is a little bit more in an upwards uptrend direction. All right. Okay, good. So we have covered pretty much the STI. Maybe let me just take a look. I mean, just to share with you guys a little bit on the system as well, Straits Times Index. Okay, so let's take a look at this system that I have, right? So as I mentioned, right, for any single stock, whether is it the market or that, I have a system. I'll share with you more in a bit, but this is a system called the 1GT system. In short, it's called One Good Trend. That is the whole framework behind it. I'll share a little bit more if you want to find a bit more on the whole strategy and all that at the end. But essentially, this is the STI. All right, I type in STI and that comes out. So you can see that a little bit of a sideways movement, right? A couple of a bullish signal. We went up and then we got like a exit here and start to sell down. All right, let's just see where we are. So another bearish signal somewhere in April. You can see we sold all the way down. Another good bullish signal right here in July, went all the way back up and then we got an exit, came back down again. And this is where we are right now. So yeah, there are no bullish or bearish signals right now. All right. So I'll say a little bit more sideways for the SI. So if we do see like a new bullish, like what we see over here, all right, and then it could guide us to maybe position ourselves. There could be some strength coming back as well. Right? So this is a system that we have that kind of guide us, right? Not just on stocks as well. We can just simply type the name of any stocks in this, right? Okay, good. So that is pretty much the market. All right, that's pretty much market. So let me know. Okay, so right now, guys, we want to go ahead to cover the stocks that you guys want a quick opinion on. So let me just turn this back on. All right. And let's do a quick poll right now. All right. Let me just do a quick poll right now. Right over here. All right. So I've turned the poll on. So as the title of this very Facebook live session goes, ask me any stocks. Just type. Okay. I'll just place the link in the chat again, right? That is the link in case you guys missed it just now. All right. Let me know, guys, in the chat. All right. I'll just place the link in the chat right there. All right, click the link in the chat, guys. Click the link in the chat. There is a button, there's a link. Click the link in the chat. All right, and let me know just 3 stocks. I think just 3 Singapore stocks that you want to be covered today. All right, 1 stock, 1 line. Click submit, full stop. That's it, done. All right, take part in this live poll. This is live, guys, by the way, right? So if this link is working, just type yes in chat. I think some of you are typing. Like Richard, you're talking about Yang Zijiang. Great stock. I'll probably cover with a lot of people asking about it, but type it in the chat, Richard. All right. Pauline, AEM. Great. Type it in the chat. I'm not type in the chat. Type it in the link, all right, in the poll so that we can do a live poll. So you can see Sembcorp seems like a pretty popular stocks. We have UOB. Type it in the link. Click on the link in the chat. I'll just place the link in the chat one more time. Click on it, and that is where you are able to participate in the poll. All right, so you can see, guys, this is slowly. All right, so just a few more minutes, guys. I'll just pick the most popular one and we try to cover the popular stocks that a lot of you are asking about, right? All right, seems like we have Sembcorp, pretty popular, right? Sembcorp Industry. I'll try to pick, I mean, if there's no clear winner, I'll try to pick that one which I think is most promising. That we have SIA coming out. That's pretty promising. That's one of those popular SIA. So yeah, we have slowly more and more of you coming on board, right, guys? By the way, guys, if you're just joining us right now, we are doing a live poll on the Singapore stocks that you want a quick opinion on. All right, so just click on the link in the chat. All right, I think some of you are typing in the chat. All right, just click on the link in the chat and participate in this poll, which is what you're seeing right now on your screen. This is live. All right, and I'll pick the most popular, like 5 or 6 stocks. All right, 1 line, 1 stock. You have total 3 stocks per person. All right. Submit it, all right, and that's it. Very simple. All right. So a few more seconds. Okay, so let me just write down. I think like Sembcorp Industry. All right, Sembcorp Industry seems like pretty popular as well. We have a Sembcorp Industry. Let's take a look at SIA. SIA looks like a pretty popular one. We have more than 10 of you asking about SIA. Let me see, right, guys? 1 stock, 1 line, all right, and click on submit, right? Let me know, guys. Just click on the link in the chat, and that's where you can participate in the poll, right? So this is a live poll. It's happening right now. Okay, let me just pick a few more, right? So it's kind of like changing. We have SIA number 2. Maybe let me choose number 3. Okay, we have like Wilmar. Wilmar seems pretty popular as well. Wilmar. All right, Wilmar. Let's see. We have DBS. DBS seems like that is pretty popular as well. Okay, this is like moving. We have like, let me just see, right? So guys, a few more seconds, guys. We have like more than 50 of you already taking part in the poll, all right? So we are doing a live poll right now. Let me know the stocks that you want covered. Click on the link in the chat, take part in this poll, all right? Or you can go to www.slido.com. The code is AMAS18, and you should be able to take part in this poll, all right? I think iFast looks like pretty popular as well. All right, iFast right over here, iFast, and let me just look at the counts. We have a YZJ Yang Zhejiang Shipbuilding as well. We have more than 10 of you on that. All right, so Sembcorp, Wilmar, Yang Zhejiang. Okay, let me just count. Wait, Genting seems weird. Okay, Genting is split into like 1, 2. I think quite a lot of you asking about Genting Sing. Okay, probably just Genting Sing. One last one. Okay, good. I'll just pause the poll right now, guys. I'll pause the poll right now. Okay, so let me just, hopefully, these are the stocks that you guys want. All right, so we have, let me just pause the poll right now. Okay. Okay, so guys, we have pretty much done a live poll. All right, and these are the stocks that I have picked out. All right, these are the stocks that I picked out. Number one, we have Sembcorp Industry. We have number 2, SIA. All right, SIA. Number 3, we have Wilmar. Number 3, we have Wilmar. All right, number 3, we have Wilmar. Number 4, we have DBS. Number 5, we have iFast. Number 6, we have Yang Zhejiang Shipbuilding, YZJ Shipbuilding. And number 7, we have Genting Singapore, right? Genting Singapore. So these are pretty much the top 7 stocks. We'll see if we have more time to cover a bit more. All right. Type go, guys, in the chat if you want me to cover this 7 stocks right now, and hopefully these are the stocks that you guys want as well. All right, at least one of them. You know, hopefully these are the stocks that you guys want. Type go in chat before we get started right now, and we dive into the first stock, which would be what we call Sembcorp Industry. Let's take a look at it. Right, type go in the chat if you want me to analyze this first stock called Sembcorp Industry. So we try to go a bit faster, right, so that at least you guys can learn a bit. We try to cover all the stocks that at least you guys want a quick opinion on. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at it right now. And this is Sembcorp Industry. Okay, very good. So I'll just dive right into it. All right. So basically, guys, in this whole Facebook live session, I'll not talk too much about the strategy. I don't have time to dive into the step by step, the whole thought process, the whole framework, and all that. All right, thank you. Go. Flora, go. Dave, go. Pan Chinchai, go. Gerald, Maureen, go. Thank you. All right, awesome. Let's go. Right, we are going right now. Okay, so I did the time to dive into the whole framework. All right, at the end of it, if I have some time, I will share with you guys a little bit more if you want to find out about the whole framework and how you can use the system to help you as well. I'll try to find time to do that. All right, but right now we are just pumped, right? Just pretty much diving right into the stock, and hopefully you get some value out of it in terms of the analysis part as well. All right, and not just about the stock itself. So you can apply not just on this stock that I cover, but also any other stock that you pull out on the chart as well. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at Sembcorp Industry right now. So you can see that for Sembcorp Industry, right, essentially the trend has been in a pretty good uptrend, not just last week or last month or last year. I mean, in fact, since like beginning of last year, right, we had a pretty good uptrend. This is one of those favorite stock that I've covered, and for my clients as well. By the way, how many of you are clients of mine in Phillip Securities? Just type client in the chat if you are a client of mine in Phillip Securities. You are in our daily WhatsApp broadcast, so that some of you might be clients of mine, but some of you might be from the public, might be scrolling through Facebook, and you just pop onto this live show. All right, type client in the chat so that I know that you're a client of mine in Phillip Securities, whereby you do get some of our ideas, newsletter, updates, and all that. So I think we have quite a little bit of client. Hi, okay, awesome, Jasmine. Grace, client. All right, so for those of you who are not yet a client of mine, basically a lot of clients here. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Janan, White Kid, awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Wong, Jimmy, Alan, thank you. All right, so we have quite a bit of clients over here in Phillip Securities. Thank you so much, all right, for your support, guys. But essentially, for those of you who are not yet a client of mine in Phillip Securities and you are trading online on your own in some other brokers, all right, you don't get much service, you got no ideas, you don't have some videos, no updates, no newsletter, nobody call you, no, you don't even know who your broker is, then you pretty much want to come on board as a client of mine in Phillip Securities. In fact, I tell you what, let me just share the link for, since some of you might not be client of mine. I'll just share the link in the chat, all right? That is the link. Click on the link if you are not, if you're a client, you don't have to click, all right? But if you're not yet a client of mine in Phillip Securities, you want to find out a bit more on how to come on board, and you don't pay anything more. It's the same as whatever you're paying when you're trading anyway. The question is, what is your broker doing? I mean, is she doing anything to add value to you, or ideas, or video, or WhatsApp, or nothing? All right. So that is the link. All right. That's the link to find out a bit more. Click on it to find out a bit more. Come on board as a client of mine in Phillip Securities if you are not yet one, because this very stock right here that we're covering, Sembcorp Industry, in fact, we have covered it since last year. All right. And we wrote it all the way up from like $2 to $3 and we kind of like, you know, alerted the clients to it as well. It started to push up and it went higher, it consolidated and it pushed higher. All right. So this is some of the services that we do share with clients as well. So we have a lot of clients over here. All right. For those of you who are my client, I've shared this before, and I mean, this idea, you've seen it in our WhatsApp broadcast. Just type yes in the chat if you have pretty much seen me share on this idea before, so that we know that it's not, I mean, it's not some fake stuff, right? Type yes in chat for those of you who are clients on mine. Definitely, I think you probably received quite a few times, I would say. All right. Yes. So yeah, pretty much, guys, this is live, right? Thanks for sharing. Thanks for always sharing. Thank you, Jasmine. Appreciate your support as well. Also, thanks, Jay. Grace, yes, very good sharing. Awesome. Thank you so much. For those of you who are not a client, please come on board. All right. And at least you get some service, all right? Especially if you don't get anything at all. You just log in online and you have no idea who is servicing you at all. All right. Okay. So let's dive into Sembcorp Industry, one of the stocks that we like since last year. All right. And you can see that for Sembcorp Industry, we have found a pretty good support, right? Pretty good support right now at this $5 level. So $5 is what we call a psychological support level, right? Like $5, $10, $1. This is what we call psychological level, right? We give a little bit more weight to it. And the key here is that you can see that since about the last 3 months to 4 months, right? We have seen, as we approach the $5 level, a couple of good bullish candles. I'll not talk too much in depth, right? But we saw a couple of good bullish reversal candles near there. Right away here as well, as we neared the $5. Sometimes not even near it, right? Sometimes a little bit far from it. But as we approach the $5, there was some bargain hunting that came back. We traced back up, rebounded back up, and now we're making our way back down towards the $5 level again. So this $5 is a pretty good support, whereby if we hold above, if we hold above, right, above this $5 over the next 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe next week, all right, and I think it is still pretty okay. But the thing here is that we are seeing some short-term weakness, right? Some short-term weakness. Why do I say that? Well, because for the longer-term trend, we look at the 100 days moving average and the 200 days moving average. Look at this red line and the blue line. So I think all of you can agree that it's pretty much pointing up. So the longer-term trend looks okay. But as I say, in the short term, doesn't mean that your long-term is up, means your short-term is going up as well. You can also see some short-term weakness, all right? And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. And how do we know that? Well, you can see that we can also look at this green line, the 20 days moving average, that is stopping down right now. You can see, right, it's obviously stopping down, all right? So there's some short-term weakness, all right? And we are back to that $5 key support level due to this short-term weakness. Does it make sense? All right. So that's the reason why we saw it hit to the $5, because of this short-term weakness. If there's no short-term weakness, we wouldn't even go to $5, right? So that's the thing, right? So the question is, when can we see the short-term weakness, probably not be weak anymore? That means the short-term will turn probably from short-term weakness to short-term bullishness. Does it make sense? That means we start to see some strength coming back in the short term. Because right now, if you ask me, we are seeing still some short-term weakness, because the green line is still sloping down. Prices are below it. So I would say that right now, even though $5 is a good support, let it stabilize a little bit more. All right. If you can stay above it, great. Or you can try to time your entry to try to get in near the $5, whether 505, 502, 508, 510. I think today is about 530. Yeah, if you can stay above, right, have a plan as well. Because if the $5 were to break down, I would say that this short-term weakness can continue, all right, can continue, right? So don't think that, because $5 it rebounded like 3 or 4 times, the 5th time or 6th time will surely rebound. No, all right, it can also break, right? So if you want to try to time your entry near $5, that's fine, but have a plan, all right, in case that support to break down, we can still see more short-term weakness. Does it make sense? Right. So that is pretty much for Sembcorp Industries. So only when we see the short-term trend starting to stabilize, right? Starting to stabilize, like maybe this 20 days moving average, or not dive too much into it, but let's say we see this 20 days moving average start to stabilize, it starts to point back up, right? Like let me just try to extrapolate this green line, all right, this 20 days moving average. Great. All right, that shows that the short-term trend could potentially start to turn up. All right, and that is where you could think about, riding the reversal back up all the way to like maybe $5.80 to $6.10. Does it make sense, guys? So that is for Sembcorp Industries, right? So we have headed down, a little bit of short-term weakness still, or we're not completely out of the woods in terms of the short-term trend turning down. But I think if we stay above $5 over the next 1-2 weeks, I'm not too sure when, but if that happens, great. I think the short-term trend might start to stabilize and potentially start to turn up. And that's where you can ride the reversal back up, right? But if you don't want to wait, you want to just try your luck, right? If you can get in a little bit near 5, catch a rebound. In case it does rebound fast, it can happen as well. Great, fine, but have a stop loss in case the $5 break down. Right, we might still see weakness. You want to have a stop loss to get out, right? Because that's where you can see selling coming back again. All right, so that's stock number one. All right, and in fact, I think for Sembcorp Industry, let's take a look at it, right? So we did have a couple. As I say, this is one of the favorite stocks we have on my system. All right, and I'll not go too far, but since like maybe December 2022, right, the trend bar has turned from red. So red bar means a bit of a downtrend, right? For those of you who are new, basically, this is what we call the 1GT, one good trend strategy. All right, in short, it's called 1GT, right? And this whole framework that we use is called one good trend, and of course we have a system for it as well. And yeah, that's pretty much this stock, whereby these are all real life signals, by the way, right? So if you scan on that day, that's pretty much, it comes out with the signal and guides you entry and exit. All right, and since I would say December last year, the bar turned from red to green, so a bit of an uptrend. Then bullish signal right here, green arrow up. So it went from like 330, went up. Another bullish signal came out, 370, went up. Another one at 420, all the way up. Got the exit. So white arrow down is like exit, right? So let's see where we are. Okay, so we kind of went up a little bit for this bullish signal, and then we got this exit and some bearishness came back. As I mentioned, right, there's some short-term weakness, right, in terms of the short-term trend. So yeah, seeing a little bit of weakness, right? We got an exit, but right now there is no bullish signal or no bearish signal. So we'll see, right? As I say, hopefully we see the short-term trend turning up as well. Then we might hopefully see a new bullish signal, all right, that can guide us to time our entry to get into ride the reversal. If not, then if we see another bearish signal, it might come out, as I say, right? If we do break the $5, we may even see a bearish signal. All right, and we might see selling. So have a plan, right? Nobody knows exactly whether you break the $5 tomorrow or go to 495 or you rebound from it. Nobody knows, but you need to have a plan, all right? If you're trading, so that whatever happens, just follow your plan. Does it make sense? All right. Okay, so that's for Sembcorp Industry and what it says on my system. So yeah, pretty good move, I would say, right? From the first bullish signal right here from 330 all the way to like 580, more than 30-40% upside from when we first covered it from the system. But right now, all right, there's nothing yet that is showing. So we'll see how it plays out. Okay. So that is pretty much the first stock, right? That's pretty much the first stock. So let's go to the second stock, and the second stock would be SIA. All right, SIA. Guys, type SIA in the chat if you want me to talk about SIA. Let me know, guys. Type SIA in the chat if you want me to talk about SIA. I want to see if a lot of you are asking about SIA now. I'll just skip this stock. Let's see SIA right now. All right, so okay, this is SIA. Okay, let's see, right? Okay, good. So guys, in this Facebook live session, all right, we are pretty much going through the stocks that you guys are asking about. Not me, guys. I mean, you guys are asking about this stock, right? So I just cover it, and hopefully you can learn something from it. So I will cover in terms of a quick analysis of where we are, but I hope that you guys can also take away a little bit in terms of the whole, framework, the whole mindset, like what the whole process, all right, so that you understand like the whole thought process. Does it make sense? I hope that you can learn something as well, right? So that's what we do. So I see a lot of SIA, Karen SIA, Munju SIA, Cheryl SIA, awesome. So that is SIA. I think probably you are the guys are the one who are asking about SIA. All right, so let's talk about SIA. All right. Okay, so very quickly, I'll not talk too much, dive so deep into it, but let me just go into draw what we call a support and a resistance line. So normally in all my charts, I will draw these lines because it gives me an idea on what are some of the key levels whereby selling can come back again, or maybe where we could potentially time our entry to get in again, right? So we draw this horizontal price levels, right? So let me just draw it first before I explain to you guys. Probably one more over here, all right? And definitely one very key resistance at the level. All right, we have broken this very key support. It seems like that is not holding. Let me just see. All right. Okay, very good. So let's take a look at SIA right now. All right. So we were actually consolidating. All right. So SIA also was one of the stocks that we covered at the beginning of the year. In fact, when we broke this very key level, I did a YouTube video as well. If I'm not wrong, you can check out my YouTube channel. All right. And I think clients were alerted to it. Some of my mentees, inner circle, were alerted to it as well. When we broke this $6, when we broke this $6 level for SIA, that is a very, very critical level. You can see when we broke the $6, is one of those zones that we look at, all right, that it can really see the momentum happen, right? And when we covered it, I think we went all the way from like 6 to pump to 8 in like 3 weeks. All right, 6 to 8 in 3 weeks is like how much? That is like 32% upside, right away from $6 all the way to $8. So that was a really good one. I think we also had some bullish signals on my system. And later we look at the system to see what it says. But yeah, so that was a really good move. All right, went all the way up, and then $8 is a very key resistance level. You want to take steps to protect your profits as it goes up, right? So went all the way there, and we will back to some consolidation, right? So this is a support level somewhere. You can see right over here, we rebounded, swing down. All right, back to the same support, but unfortunately, you can see right over here, this support has broken. All right, this support has broken right here, $7.10 has broken on the 21st of August. All right, and we have traded even lower. All right, so what I would say about SIA right now is that what do you guys think about the trend? Right, the trend in the short term, for SIA. Before I talk about it, right, what do you guys think about the trend in the short term? I say again, in the short term for SIA, is it up or down or sideways? Let me know, guys, in chat. What is your takeaway on SIA? Is it in an uptrend, downtrend in the short term? All right, or perhaps up as well. So down, up, or sideways in the short term. All right. So I think we talk about longer term and short term as well. So I hope you guys get the idea of that. All right. So down. Let's see your answers. We have Jimmy. You're saying it's a bit of a sideways. Right. Down. Jerome, Grace down, Penny down. Awesome, great. So a lot of down. All right, some of you saying sideways, the now down, Munchu down. Okay, very good. So it seems like a lot of down. Weak. Senior saying it's a bit of weak as well. Okay, great. So good. The answer is correct, right? Yes, it's a bit weaker. I would say in the short term, we are indeed seeing some selling. First thing first, we broke this $7.10 support. That's number one. Not good. All right, we rebounded 2-3 times. Third, fourth time, it just broke below. Not good. All right, it just shows a bit of weakness in the short term. And from the 20 days moving average, what we covered just now, right? For Sembcorp industry, we look at the 20 days moving average. You can see that it is pointing down right now. It is still pointing down. All right, so I'm not saying that it will go down and down, but essentially we can still see some weakness in the short term. All right, until this 20 days moving average line starts to flatten out and eventually turn up, right? So it's a bit of short-term weakness still, right? Yeah, probably we'll see when it stabilizes, when we find a new support. And if I would say where's the next support level, well, we could look at some of the lines in terms of the horizontal price levels that we can draw. So in this line right over here, this is the $6. I don't think it will go all the way to $6. I'm not too sure, right? Maybe the next support will be somewhere around that 650 level. Look at this right here. So 650, you can see a little bit of a resistance level for about 1 week, and when we broke the 650, up all the way up as well. So 650 would be that resistance level, all right, whereby now it would turn into what we call a support level. So yeah, we might, now it's 681, all right, yeah, maybe like, it might slowly hit towards 650, which should be a pretty decent support. I'm not saying that it will hold, but that is a support level that we can look at, right? Because that was originally the resistance we broke up. So we try to focus on price level, whereby some bargain hunting can come back again. And we try to look and see if near there are signs of a reversal to time our entry to get back in, especially if the short-term trend start to turn up, right? We see the short-term moving average start to turn back up, right? There's some bullish reversal candles and all that. I'm not talk too much about that. It's a bit more advanced, but these are all what we can look up for as we head towards this maybe 650 support level. Does it make sense, guys? All right, so that is for SIA. All right, and maybe let's take a look at what it says on the system that I have. Right, so this is SIA, and yeah. So as I say, guys, in this system you can type the name of any single stock, and very quickly you can see whether is it like an uptrend, or should you be buying, should you be waiting, should you be holding. So that's pretty much what it shows on SIA. So And these are all real life signals, I say, right? If you scan on the day, you're able to pull it out. Later, I'll share a bit more on how perhaps you could have access to it as well. All right, but let's take a look. So SIA, you can see since November, a couple of bullish signal right here, went up a little bit from like $5, $5.20 up, and then got some selling. And this was the powerful one, somewhere around 20th of April, right? 20th of April, just before we broke that $6 mark. Look at this right here, guys, from about 580. We've got this bullish signal. We broke the 6 and all the way up to 760. The exit came out, and yeah, we are, let's see, right? So we have got exit, came down a little bit. And the most recent one would be this bearish signal. As I say, right, we saw some short-term weakness. So if you see like a red arrow coming out on our system, I think some of you might have access to this system as well. All right, if you're clients of mine or you're mentees of mine, you might have access to this system. So if you see like a red arrow coming out as well, a bearish red signal, then you might want to be careful. Look at this, right? We've got this red signal. It is, from 730, 720, it is starting to hit lower to about 680 right now, and there are no exits, right? There are no exits. So yeah, we'll see. As I say, probably to 650. All right, hopefully we see some, stability near there. The short-term trends start to turn up, and maybe a new bullish signal comes out. Yeah, then hopefully it'll be something like this, and then you can start to hopefully see the reversal all the way up, maybe from here all the way back up, like what we see in April, right? Based on this bullish signal. Right? But right now there is no bullish signal out yet. We'll see how it plays out, but essentially that is how we can use the system to guide us. All right, okay, good. That is pretty much for SIA. How many of you are getting some some value so far? All right, how many of you are getting some value so far? Type good guys in the chat if you're following me so far in terms of the 2 stocks. Sorry, we still have a few more stocks to go. All right, type good in the chat, or just give me a heart shape or a like, guys, if that is okay. All right, give me a heart shape and a like so that I know that you guys are still following me so far in terms of not just about analyzing the chart, but also just learning a little bit on the entire thought process of this like one good trend framework. All right, just give me a heart shape like this. All right, and a like. All right, thank you so much. So I see a lot of likes. Awesome, thank you so much, guys. All right, appreciate it. Okay, good. So yeah, give me some hearts and we have learned something so far. I mean, if you have like gotten some value so far, awesome, very good, good. Thank you, guys. Okay, Jimmy, good. Marine, good. Thank you. Grace, good. Jasmine, awesome. Okay, wonderful. Thanks, Michael. Okay, so let's go on to the third stock called Wilmar. All right, so I'll just go a little bit faster. All right, I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I also want to give some time at the end as well to share one bonus stock as well, and also to share with you guys a little bit more on how perhaps, I mean, now I've been talking about the system. I think some of you are privately messaging me like, hey, how to get this system as well, and all that. All right, later I'll share with you guys in a bit, maybe just a short 10 minutes or something. All right, okay. But let's go on to the next one, Wilmar. Okay, so this is Wilmar. I would say that stock number 3, Wilmar, I would say the trend is pretty much down for now. All right, let me just very quickly look at this. You can see that we have been forming what we call lower highs, right? Lower highs. So in terms of the mid to longer term trend, we are still down. We are still down for now, right? Since last year. Last year, in fact, 2021, we have been forming lower highs. So a bit of a downtrend for now, right? And in terms of the support level, or maybe the range right now, I would say that this is the range, right? This is pretty much the range, about $3.85. So it's not very clear. Let me just remove this. You can see that somewhere around that 385 to 390, right? It was the support level. We rebounded, came back down, rebounded. All right. So a couple of times we rebounded from this like 385 to 390. Look at this right here. But when we broke down, we sold all the way down, rebounded, retest. This 385 to 390 sold all the way down. So that is pretty much, the range right now, from about $3.50. I mean, for those of you who are asking about Wilmar, I would say that we are a bit of a downtrend. All right, and downtrend is one thing, but the range as we are in a downtrend is about 350 to maybe about 390. Right, and I think anything below 390, to be honest, it just looks a little bit weaker. It just looks a little bit weaker below 390, unless we get back above this this level firmly, all right, above that 390 level. Okay, great. Then we might start to see a bit of a weak reversal, all right, in the short term. But so far, you can see we rebound to near 385, 390. Sellers came back and push it back down, all right. So that's the key level to watch. I think anything below 390, we are still in a bit of a downtrend, all right. And That's where selling is actually coming back. So if you're looking to buy, I mean, we probably try not to buy in a downtrend because, you know, if you buy in a downtrend, it can, as I say, it can go from like 480 to 430, 420, $4. You know, we try not to buy and go against the trend, all right, especially if it's a downtrend, all right. But if you really want to do that, I mean, yeah, as I say, we got some support, all right, near that 350 level. In fact, I think last week we neared 350 and we rebounded. So if you're really looking to buy near 350, 352, 355, 35 something, all right, yeah, you can, all right. Just have a stop loss, as I say. If that breaks, then not good. We might see a bit more selling coming back all the way, you know, to the next support level. All right, so that is for Wilmar. That is for Wilmar. In fact, let's take a look. I just want to cover very quickly. As I say, right, you can type the name of any stock in the system. Let's see what it looks like for Wilmar. All right, so sometimes I'm lazy. I probably don't want to do any analysis, but let's take a look at Wilmar. All right, so you can see for Wilmar, since like last year, it has been a bit of a downtrend, right? A couple of red bearish signal, right? So when you see a red bearish signal plus a red trend bar, look at this, right? It sold off in August last year from $4 to all the way down to like 330, all right? And then started to rebound, a few bullish signals coming out, but let's see where we are right now. Another bearish signal right here at about 390, all the way down, all right? And this is pretty much where we are. So a little bit of a downtrend, but you can see a bearish signal went down. We got to exit. This rebounds back up, but it's still a bit more bearish with the trend bar still red in color, all right? So I think if we see like a new bearish signal coming out, then you might want to be careful. We can start to see a bit more selling. All right. Okay. So that is for Wilmar. All right. Stock number 3. Right. So yeah, I think we have covered quite quickly, and then we talk about the system as well. All right. Let's take a look at the next one, which would be like DBS. Let's see. Right. DBS. I think that's quite. Okay, so DBS, okay, great. I think that was the stock that came into our watch list as well over the past few days, because DBS, essentially, we have been in a longer term consolidation, right? Longer term consolidation. And you can see right here that for the past 2 weeks, right, DBS was kept below this very critical level. In fact, that was the resistance level we traded below in March and April, right? That $33.50. Right, $33.50. So we were below it, right? We tried to go above it, and then sellers came back and pushed it back down. Right, that was what happened over the past 2 weeks, right? $33.50. But today, all right, today, great, all right, we managed to break this $33.50 quite firmly, all right, quite firmly, and I think that's the reason why STI gone up as well, led by DBS, and we are making our way back up towards the next resistance level, the next target level, whereby some selling can happen again. Well, why? Because that is where we sold off. Well, that number is that $34.50, right? $34.50. So it's like a bit of a 2 or 3% upside. All right, that's where you can see some selling, and we might see a bit of a consolidation. All right, if that gives way, $34.50 were to give way, great. I think upside could be revised higher, all the way to that previous high, or the high that we have seen over the past 2 years, right? And that level, look at this, guys. This is pretty key, right? $36. Look at this, a couple of touches, and we just sold off. So I think if you're near that 35.50, 36, I think that's where selling can happen. You can also lock in some profit, because you can see right over here in beginning of the year, we hit it there and we just sold all the way down again, right? So whenever we hit to a resistance level, especially if some short-term weakness comes back, it is fine to lock in some profits as well, right? So that is pretty much for DBS, right? So I'll not look at the system for DBS. I'll just move a little bit faster. So that's stock number 4. Let's take a look at the next one, which would be what we call iFast, right? Okay, let me just see. Okay, never mind. Let me just take a look at the DBS. I mean, since some of you are asking about DBS, right? So this is DBS on the 1GT system. All right, let's take a look at what it says previously. So yeah, a couple of bearish signals that was in last year. It sold off. Look at this, right? So yeah, it turned a bit of an uptrend. Bullish signals came back, went up. Another bullish signal in October, went up, and let's see, right? So yeah, it started to sell now. So it's a bit of a consolidation, right? So each time we get a bearish signal, it's sold all the way down again. Let's see. Where are we right now? So it's a bit of a consolidation here, and somewhere around here, I think that was in 14th of July, we got a bullish signal, went all the way up, got an exit, came back down. And yeah, look at this, right? So right now for DBS, right, 28th of August, which is when? 28, today is what? 28 August is last Monday. Now it's 14 September, right, guys? So 28th of August, even before the move today, right? Yeah, we have a bullish signal, and then we broke this $33.50, right? So we got this bullish signal, it broke up. Great. I think that's where it can continue to play out, right? This bullish signal is in fact playing out right now, right? It's playing out right now because this bullish signal, there are no exits yet. So I think, yeah, we might start to push up maybe to that $34.50. If that gives way, great. I think that we can potentially see a bit more upside, and then we see when the exit signals comes out for DBS. Like this is an exit signal, so this is a bullish signal, an exit. So we got a bullish, there's no exit yet. Maybe it might push up a bit more, and then we see an exit, and then you can guide us to get out. Does it make sense? All right, so that is how a system can guide you as well. All right, so that's for DBS. All right, quick one. iFast. All right, iFast. So guys, if you're just joining us right now, we are pretty much covering some of the stocks that you guys are asking about. So I've covered 4 stocks already. Sembcorp Industry, number 2, SIA, number 3, Wilmar, number 4, DBS. Let me just try to cover a few more, all right, before I'll share with you guys a little bit more. All right, I think there's like more than 200 of you on board here on Facebook as well, on YouTube as well. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's talk about iFast right now. Okay, so this is iFast. I would say that for iFast, right, the trend has pretty much turned up as well in the longer term. I mean, at least showing some signs of the trend turning up, right? So how we can take a look at this? Well, look at the longer term moving average. You can see it was a downtrend when the tech stock started to sell down in the US. Even the Singapore tech sector sold off. iFast as well sold off, right? And you can see that started to trade all the way down from like $10, $9, $8, all the way. We found a bottom around at $3.50. All right, and we have found a higher low, all right, right now from like $3.50, it's went to $4, and we have found a higher low somewhere around that $5.50 level. So that's a sign of strength, at least, right, in terms of higher lows being found over the past 8 to 10 months. All right, but what is the key level I want to take note of? Well, we can see that there is a key resistance level for iFast. Right, let me just draw it for you. I think somewhere around here, that would be a very key level. You can see that is the resistance level. We sold off somewhere around that $6.20 mark right here, and we are actually making our way towards that level, right? So that level is key. In fact, let me just draw another support level right here, right? So we have been consolidating, I would say, for the past 1 month above this level, right? About $5.40, a couple of touches to see a bit of a rebound, like 540 to 550. That's good, right? And then seems now like right now, all right, we are trying to attempt to push a little bit higher, right, towards that 620 level. So write it down. I think this 620 or maybe even that 650, if you want to get a bit more confirmation, all right, that 650 would be key, right? This 620 to 650, look at what I'm doing right here, right? 620 to 650, these two levels are key, all right? That's where we can potentially see some profit taking and some selling, all right? And we might actually retrace back down from there, right? But the point is that there are signs of the trend turning up as well. Just starting to look at the moving average, as I say, right? The 100 days moving average have turned down, but it's slowly starting to turn up. We might start to see the longer term trend turn up as well, all right? And to get more confirmation, that 650, all right, 650 to 620 level would be very critical, right? Only if we can, break this key level, all right, 650, 620, then the uptrend can start to form up more firmly. Other than that, if not, it might just be, hitting there and coming back down again. We might still see weakness, right? So just think of that level, 620 to that 650 resistance level. So short term, yeah, we can still see a bit of an upside, as I say, 620, 650. That is potentially where selling can come back again. All right, so that is for iFast. In fact, let me just take a look at iFast, right? What it says on my system. All right, so as I say, right, normally we can just type the name of any stock, iFast. Let's see what it says. All right, and okay, good. Okay, so let's take a look at iFast, right? What it says, right? Okay, wow, okay. So this is iFast. So you can see that for iFast, I mean, as I mentioned, the trend was down last year, all right, since like, November 2021, all right, the bar turned from green to red, and we got these very bearish signals coming out. So so a system can help you to get out, right? I mean, you see like the trend turning down, it's a red bar, and then bearish signals. Look at this right here, red bar, all the way down. Another red signal came up, all the way down. From like what 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all the way down. until, okay, somewhere around here, right? Somewhere around here. Look at this, right? So that was in October last year. Well, we got a bullish signal started coming out. All right, great. All right, so we got a bullish, this green arrow signal started come out, and look at this, all the way back up. Okay, great. All right, so that pretty good bullish signal, I would say, right? It's got exit. So red arrow went down, green arrow, So these are all real life signals. So if you see like a signal like this, can guide you to, you know, if you're like after seeing this signal and you're here or here, then great. You know that could be a bit more upside. Okay, so let's see where we are. All right, and a couple of red signals again went all the way down. Look at this right here, down, down, down. And where are we? So this is IFAS. So you can see that the trend has turned from a bit of a red to green in color. And we got this bullish signal. This is quite recent, 11th of July, right? 11th of July, we got this bullish signal and it shot up from about 470 to 570. All right, and then we consolidated. And right now, look at this, right? We got this bullish signal coming out. In fact, when was it? 24th of August, right? And today, over the past few days, it is starting to move up, right? So yeah, it seems like this bullish signal is playing out. So yeah, it looks quite good. As I mentioned, right? If you get a bullish signal, there are no exits. That's potentially where we might start to see a bit more upside, which I think is happening right now as you know, I'm analyzing this, right? So yeah, got a bullish signal, no exit. So potentially, as I say, we got a bullish signal somewhere around here, started to move up. So maybe somewhere around that 620, 650, we see an exit, all right, or you know, some red bearish signal, you can get us to get out as well. All right, so that is for IFAS. Okay, so yeah, pretty good signal, right? Pretty good, I would say, signals we have gotten for IFAS in terms of the guiding us on entry and exit, and you know, bullishness or bearishness coming in. Okay, so that is for IFAS stock number 5, right? Let's go on to the stock number 6, which would be what we call Yang Zhejiang. Why is that J Shipbuilding? That would be the SGD on Singapore dollars. All right, so let's take a look at it, right? So yeah, Yang Zhejiang is one of the stocks that I like. I think quite a lot of you are asking about it as well. So let's take a look at it, right? So this is Yang Zhejiang right here at about $1.69. So for those of you who are just joining us, right, we have covered like about 5 stocks: Sembcorp Industry, SIA, Wilmar, DBS, number 5, IFAS, and now we're doing number 6, which is Yang Zhejiang, right? Yang Zhejiang. And just one more to go. All right, one more to go. And let's go. All right, let's go. So this is Yang Zhejiang. So pretty good uptrending stock, I would say, for Yang Zhejiang since like last year. All right. Very firm uptrend. We have formed higher lows, right? So in fact, about the same low, right, as it consolidated, but the low got higher as we broke this key resistance. So let me just draw it. I think that would be a very key resistance. What would that be? Well, 140, 145. Look at this, right? A resistance level. We broke up, all the way back up, and then now we are seeing some consolidation, right? We're seeing some consolidation in the short term. Well, you can see that for the Yang Zhejiang in the short term, look at this green line. Look at this green line right now, guys. This green line is what we call the short-term 20 days moving average. What do you guys think about this green line right now? Is it up, down, or sideways? Let me know, guys, in the chat, guys, what you guys think. So to share with you guys a little bit on the thought process, right? Rather than just tell you what to do, but if you can put a little bit of thought into it. This green line right now, the short-term moving average, the 20 days moving average, is it moving up, down, or sideways? Let me know, guys, in chat what you guys think about this 20 days moving average green line right here. All right, what do you guys think? Let me know, guys. This is just primary school, guys. It's not complicated. In like 1 second, you know the answer already. All right, guys. So that is Tom. You're saying sideways. Jerome side. Jimmy sideways. Grace bullish. Oh, okay, good. Iris sideways up as well. Cheryl sideways. Ivan sideways. Awesome. Very good, guys. So I would say that the 20 days moving average, I mean, it was up. It was bullish. It was a pretty good bullish move. As I mentioned, right? We broke this 145 level. This was one of the stocks that we covered as well. I think we shared some of my inner circle and clients as well. You can see when we broke this level, right? All the way up to 180 and we sold off. Right, so it was a very good move in terms of the short-term trend with the green line pointing up. But somehow, over the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we have seen this short-term 20 days moving average line starting to flatten out, right? It just shows that, well, even though the longer-term trend is up, in the short term, we are back to some consolidation, all right, which is healthy. In fact, I think that is good. I don't want to see a counter going up too fast, like just up and up and up, and then just like moving up so fast. That would be a little bit more dangerous. There's no support being found along the way. But if we see some short-term consolidation, like what we see over here, it consolidates, pump, consolidates, pump, consolidates, pump, consolidates, pump. Does it make sense, guys? If we see some short-term consolidation along the way, that would be healthy. That would be what we call a healthy uptrend, all right? Because as it consolidates, a support is being found. And the question is the support higher than the previous support? I mean, if it's yes, then good. And then we are pretty much in a good uptrend because the support goes higher and we are consolidating at a higher support. It just shows that buyers are prepared to buy at a higher price level compared to the previous consolidation phase. Does it make sense? Right. So that's a good thing, right? So that is pretty much the range right now. All right. A bit of support was like about 165, 160. Let's see, right? So about 160 to 180. I think that is pretty much the range right now. Up, down. And hopefully we consolidate enough. We break the 180 targets. Could potentially be revised from here, maybe all the way up to that $2. That $2 would be a psychological level to watch as well. All right, so that is for Yang Zhejiang. One of those stocks that we like. I think good that you guys are asking about that as well. All right, I think it's it's a pretty good stock. Anything above 160, I think the uptrend looks intact. All right, and the short-term trend also looks more sideways than down. Anything above that 160 level, which can be a good zone or ground to accumulate on dips as it approached near 160, whether it's 165 or 168 or 163. I'm not too sure whether you go back down for you to buy, but anything near 160, I think you get the point, right? That's potentially where some bargain hunting can come back again. All right, and let's take a look at maybe let's see, right? Yang Zhejiang, one of those stocks that we had a couple of bullish signals as well. Let's see how it looks like, all right? Okay, let's see. Okay, good. So this is Yang Zhejiang. Why is ZJ Shipbuilding? All right, and we'll not go too far, but I think a couple of bullish signal as we push up. This was somewhere in May, all right, somewhere around here. Look at this, right? So this was in May. We got a bullish signals, went up. Another bullish signal, went up. That was in 12th of July, went up. And then we got an exit. So right now, nothing much. We got a bullish signal. We got an exit because it sold off a little bit back to support. But when that happens, that just shows a bit of a consolidation, So yeah, maybe we see a new bullish signal coming out that could guide us of some strength coming back again. And eventually, as I say, we break the 180. All right, yeah, I think that is potentially where that new bullish signal can play out all the way to like 2 or 210 or even higher. All right, so that is Yang Zhejiang. Not too bad. One of those pretty good, signals that we got. All right, from like 120, a bullish signal all the way to like 172. All right, so this bullish signal was about $1.20. So somewhere around, let's see. So somewhere around here, we got a bullish signal all the way up to more than 44%, 43%, I would say, upside to about 180. And then we saw some selling coming back. All right, so that's how the system can guide you. I mean, in terms of the, to get out, all right, to get in, and not just to get in, but also to get out if you see like some selling or exit signal. All right, so that is Yang Zhejiang. Okay, let's move on to the final one, right? Final one, all right, Genting Singapore. Let's take a look at Genting Singapore. Seems like that is pretty popular as well. Let's take a look at it, right? So, okay, so this is Genting Singapore. Okay, so what do you guys think about the trend right now for Genting Singapore? Just very quickly, guys, is the trend up, down, or a bit of a sideways for Genting or Genting Singapore? What do you guys think about Genting Singapore? One of the stocks that we liked, all right, last year, whereby it started to push up, but then some bearishness came back, and it seems like we are hitting a little bit lower. All right, so what do you guys think about the trend right now for Genting Singapore? Just a quick analysis. What do you guys think? Uptrend or downtrend? Okay, good. So Genting Singapore, I would say that most of you are saying it's a bit of a down. All right. Dave, you're saying Mapeng down, Alan down as well. Okay, Tom down as well, down, Geraldine down. Okay, so a bit of downtrend. Good. I think all of you are pretty good at expert really. Okay, down to 80 cents. Wow. Down to 80 cents. Okay, let's see how far I can go, right? Okay, but essentially I would say that the trend for Genting Sing is down for now. All right. First thing first, because you can see that we can draw what we call an upward sloping channel support line. So it was a very good uptrend, I would say. When we broke this like 85 cents level last year, November, right over here, that was a pretty good look at this right here. This this level, right? So when we were trading like last year, look at this right here. So when we were trading last year below that 85 cents, you can see we touched, we came down, we came down, we came down, we came down. 85 cents is a very key resistance level. And when we broke these 85 cents, in fact, I think I covered it last year as well in the video shared with my clients, all right? The trend has started to turn up. So 85, 87, 88, when we broke 85, that is a good sign of strength. It's a good sign of strength. So I think we actually rode this stock all the way up from 85, and it went all the way up, all the way until 110. So from 85, right, to all the way to like about 110 to, it's a 35, 36% upside, right? But then some selling came back and, right, it started to push lower, right? So how do we know that selling has came back? Well, I mean, as I say, you can take a look at this 20 days moving average, the green line. So this 20 days moving average is what we call a green line. All right, it was like pointing up, and somewhere around here, guys, look at this right here, right? Somewhere around here, this 20 days moving average started to slope down, right? To slope down. So not so good. It's a bit of weakness in the short term. All right, so when you see that, you can use it as a guiding tool, all right, a guiding indicator to get out, because we could see some weakness as well in the short term, right? So you can see, right, started to trade lower and lower. All right, this 20 days moving average started to point down and down and down, and look at this, it's still pointing down right now. All right, so that is where we saw some weakness came back. And of course, we also broke this channel support line that I've just drawn, all right, which is pretty much this upward sloping price level. We rebounded a couple of times, so we broke it, and the green line is pointing down. Not good. All right, you just want to be careful. You want to take your profit. You want to just get out. All right, and we are still making our way back down right now. So let's see where we are right now. So it seems like we are back to this same 85 cents. So this 85, look at this down. Right, let me just show it for you. You can see we trade down. Right over here, we broke all the way up, and we are coming back all the way to the same 85 cents level, which has turned from a resistance to a support level, right? So this 85 is quite important. It's quite important, right? I think we definitely want to stay above that 85 level, all right? And right now, I'm really not too sure if this 85 can hold, because the short term. So I will not try to time our entry to get in. Some of you might think that it's cheap because, well, it has gone from like 110 to $1 and then 90 cents, and then now it's like 80 something, right? So it's cheap, right? But just want to be careful, right? Normally, we want to try to get in only when we see some stability or at least some signs of the reversal, in the trend, right? In the short term as well, right? And that's what we're going to see, which is not what we are seeing right now for Genting Sing, right? So it's looking a little bit weaker, all right? And even though we are back to this same 85 cents support level that I talked about, right? We want to hold above it. We want to see the trend start to reverse back up before saying that, this support is the one, right, that can lead the reversal back up, right? So it's still too early to say, but that is a key level to watch, right? And in fact, if we do break the 85 cents, I can tell you guys that this 20 days moving average will continue to point down. The short-term trend will continue to point down. In fact, the longer term has already started to turn down as well. Look at this right over here, right? We started to turn down as well. So if 85 cents were to break down, not good, right? We may slowly hit even lower. Right, so that's for Genting Sing. All right, in fact, I think let's take a look at what it says on my system, right, to see if it's bearish or bullish. I mean, the Genting Sing. Okay, let's take a look. All right, so I think one thing about a system that is helpful, because you when you buy a stock, I mean, you could be making money, all right, and then from making some good money, you did not get out, you did not take profit, and then you just held it all the way back down. So don't do that, right? You have a system to guide you as well. All right, later I'll share with you a bit more on how we can have a system. But let me just share very quickly, guys, on Genting Singapore. All right, so yeah, as I say, it was a pretty good bullish move somewhere in October. We broke that 85 cents. Look at this right here, a bullish signal, 75, 80 cents. Went up. Another good bullish signal, went up, went up. So very good, right? From October all the way up to April, all right, this year, 19th of April 2023, which is just a few months back, we got an exit, and then that bearish signal started coming out. Look at this. This is a red arrow. So when you see a red bearish signal, it's not so good. You might want to get out. All right. So that's where we saw some selling coming back. Went down, and of course, see the trend bar turned from green to red again. Right. So went down. Red. And let's see where we are right now. So right now on the 21st of August, which is like last year, about 3 weeks back, we got this red bearish signal. Is like heading down. There's no exits yet. So just be a bit more careful, I would say, for Genting Sing, all right? Because when the bar is red, the trend is down, and then you see a red berry signal still there, all right? There's no exit for it. You want to be a bit more careful. Does it make sense, guys? All right, type yes, guys. Type yes in chat if having a system can actually help you make better decisions in the market. Type yes in the chat, all right? If that makes sense, right? If that makes sense in terms of like not just doing an analysis, but now we have a system to also guide us on when to get out as well, right? When to get out as well. All right, type yes in the chat if that makes sense to you, all right? Okay, yes, thanks Jimmy, thanks. All right, so how many of you have learned something? I mean, not just about this stock. I mean, I hope that I've covered. How many of you I've covered the stocks that you guys are asking about, and these are in fact the stocks that you guys are asking about. Just type 10 in the chat, guys, if these stocks that I've covered so far are pretty much what you were asking about, right? Type 10 in the chat. Let me know, guys. Type 10 in the chat if that is what you were actually asking. At least one of them. Hopefully this is one of them that I covered that you were actually looking at, right? Let me know, type 10 chat so that I know that pretty much those were the stocks, right? Okay, so make sure you stay all the way to the end, guys, because as I mentioned, essentially at the end, I'll share with you one bonus stock that I like at the end as well, all right? And after going through all the stocks that you guys are looking at, I will share with you one stocks that I like at the end, right? But that's just in a bit right now. Let me just move on to the next part, right? So we have pretty much covered, let me just do a quick overview of what are the stocks we have covered, right? And if you can help me to like and share, guys, that would be really appreciated. Hit the like and share button right now. That would be really helpful, all right? So you can reach out to more people, all right? 10, very well covered. Awesome. Thank you, Linda. Awesome. Appreciate it. All right, thanks for the kind words. Maypeng 10, Munchu 10, Lynette, Janet, Alton 10. Thank you so much, right? Awesome. So hit the like and share button. That will really help out. Awesome. Okay, guys, so let me move on. So I think some of you are asking about the system, how to get it and stuff, right? So let me just go ahead to the next part, all right, of this presentation. So let me ask you a question, guys. How many of you have learned something so far in this whole live Facebook live show? Type value, guys. Type value in the chat. Type value in the chat. If you have learned something so far, right, you found some value in the stock, not just about the stock, guys, as I say, but a little bit on the whole process as well. You learn a little bit on how to analyze the stock. Type value in the chat if you have learned something in this session. Let me know, guys. Type value in the chat. All right, value, super value. Thank you, value. All right, so very good, right? So good, all right, very good. That's the main point of this whole session. But guys, I mean, some of you are asking about the whole strategy and the whole system that I talk about as well. So would it be okay, guys, if I take before we go on to that bonus stock that I like to share with you, right? Would it be okay, right, if I just take the next 10 or 20 minutes or so, right, to share with you this program that I've created from the ground up to see whether it's a good fit for you, to dive really deep into this whole strategy, to share with you a bit on the system, the background behind the system, all that. Would it be okay if I share with you this program to see that it is a good fit for you? Let me know, guys. Can I have your permission to review to you this program? Type okay, guys. Type okay in chat if it's fine for me to just take the next 10 minutes or so to share with you this program that I've created for you if you want to dive a little bit deeper into the entire framework that I just did. So what I shared with you guys today, right, pretty much is just the stock, and we just we just went straight into it, right? But if you guys want to learn a little bit deeper, the step-by-step framework, and even have access to the system as well that I showed you guys, how it works, right? I mean, some of the stocks that we talk about, right? Just type okay in chat before I review to you this program that I've just look at this, right? So Jimmy, yes, please share. Awesome, interested to know. Great. So I'm sure all of you have got some value in terms of that strategy that I shared with you guys. And hope that you guys can have learned something, right? So let me just go ahead to review to you this program right here, right now. That's called the One Good Trend Bootcamp. So this is a program that I've created from scratch, right? For you to learn a little bit more, to dive really deep into it. As I said, I don't have time to cover too much today. It's just into the stocks, and hopefully those are the stocks that you want. But I want to share with you this program called the One Good Trend Bootcamp, right? The One Good Trend Bootcamp. So what is this about? So let me do a quick case study right over here. So there's a video for it, but I'll not talk too much about it. Essentially, we have a gentleman, one of our student and mentee called John Tan, right? And what he's saying is this, right? This is definitely a very powerful course, and I believe it's going to help a lot of people, right? Based on his strategy, I doubt one would fail. I'm sure I can make good profits, 40 to 50% gains in time to come. I'm not surprised as I've already made some gains, by John Tan. So this is one of my mentees. There's a video for it, but I'll just keep it short right over here. And this is pretty much on what he has done in the One Good Trend strategy, right? So very quickly, let me share with you what you're going to get in this One Good Trend program, all right? One Good Trend Bootcamp program, so that you can dive a little bit more into the whole framework, what we're sharing about, the whole system and all that. So that's what you're going to get, right? So basically, guys, this is a One Good Trend 2 days bootcamp, right? 2 days bootcamp. I think you can see my screen right here. So it's a live Zoom. I think all of you know Zoom, right? So live Zoom workshop, all right? Live Zoom workshop is on the dates right here. So let me just share with you the dates on the chat. You can see it's on the 7th of October, 2023, Saturday and Sunday, 7th and 8th of October. All right, I've just placed the link in chat. So those are the dates right now, all right? 7th and 8th October, Saturday and Sunday is 2 days, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So this is pretty much the entire boot camp for 2 days over Zoom, whereby I will show hand the whole entire One Good Trend strategy step by step, move by move. We'll have a lot of case studies. As I say, today we don't have time to do all that. It's just about the stocks and just pop into it. But now in this boot camp, all right, we'll dive right into it step by step, move by move. We'll show you how to do it. All right, the whole entire framework. We look at the trend. We look at the zones for entry, the exit, and all that. And this is what will be covered in this whole entire 2 days bootcamp on Zoom. All right, so those are the dates, guys. 7 October, Saturday, which is like next month. All right, yeah, next month, 7 and 8 October, Saturday, Sunday. Time is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There'll be a lunch break and we'll come back as well. All right, so this is the 2 days live Zoom bootcamp. So there will be a lot of hands-on, right? There'll be a lot of hands-on. We'll do it like step by step. We'll cover some hands-on, and then we will, come back again, we move to the next topic and then we hands on again. So you get to have a lot of live case studies as well. Right? So that's number one. Right. Next thing you get is that, so who this works for, guys? So it's for you guys. If you have not yet started, you're new to the stock market, you're an experienced trader, great. All right. You might be a stock market investor or fundamental investor. Yes, this is for you as well. All right. Essentially anyone who wants to take your performance in the stock market to a whole new level. So you might be, thinking that you want to buy stocks and you're those long-term investor, fundamental, keep for 5 years and 10 years. Nothing wrong, great, right? But don't you think it would help you time your entry and exit even better with like a system or the entire, strategy to help you get in and get out? Definitely, right? So it's for anyone who want to take a performance to a whole new level, right? So next, number 2, you'll get this decoding a 740K trend trading strategy, right? So that is pretty much the slides. You get the PDF slides, you get the entire whiteboard screenshots that we cover during the bootcamp as well. All right, and that is where I will decode the entire trend trading strategy step by step, move by move. You will be able to follow me as well, right? And why 740K? Some of you might be curious. Well, I think some of you might have heard of my story before, whereby I got out with 740K debt through the stock market, all right? And this is pretty much the strategy that's helped me as well. All right. Okay. You get the number 3, right? You get the roadmap, cheat sheet, and checklist. These are pretty much the resources and tools that we use on a daily basis that is going to be save you a ton of time and money as well. Right? We give it to you as well, and that's how you're able to follow the checklist step by step. So you get this checklist, resources, and cheat sheets. You even get to join this private community group right over here, Stock Market Elites Graduates Community. So that's what you get as well. Number 4. This is where we, you can share your ideas. My team, my mentors as well will be able to advise you, share with you. This way I'll hop in as well to give my ideas as well. So you get to join this very private community on Facebook group as part of the One Good Trend Bootcamp. All right, next. All right, so yeah, that's where you can share your ideas. You can, encourage one another, share your analysis, and even leave me a good review as well, like what many of my mentees and students are saying, right? Learning from the master, you are the real deal, all right? Or the technology to scan, you do get access to the system as well. I'll share that in a bit. All right, so that's number 4. So numbers, guys, you can get the One Good Trend 2 days bootcamp. So that is date 7 and 8 October, Saturday and Sunday, which is like next month, all right? 10 a.m. all the way to like 4 p.m. 2 days, live, Zoom, online bootcamp. You don't have to travel anywhere. All right, you can do it in the comfort of your own home. All right, so 2 days bootcamp, decoding a 740K trend trading strategy. We'll dive right into the strategy, which I just shared with you guys over the past like 1 hour. All right, we'll dive right into it. All right, step by step, hands on. All right, no BS. All right, it's hands on. We practice. We move on to the next stop with real life case studies. All right, number 3, you get the roadmap, cheat sheet, and checklist so that you can refer to the most valuable part of the program. you get to join the graduates community, all right, and this private Facebook group whereby you can be supported for life through me, my mentors, and the group. All right, so that's pretty much the total value is like $7,500. Okay, so the One GT system. So I think some of you, might have seen the One GT system just now, all right, whereby it not only just alerts us to counters like this, but also guides us on entry and exit, right? So you have seen some of the gains, 30, 40% gains in a couple of months, weeks, all right, and you do get access to this system that I talk about, whereby you can type the name of any stock, right, and immediately get a quick opinion, all right? So the One GT system access for free, 6 months, and when you use this system, guys, not only will you save you the time and money that I've spent to develop it, right, but you could save what could be months or years of wasted time and money because you get to do it right the first time, right? So I literally spent more than $30,000, right, developing this system from scratch, and you get to have this for free 6 months. All right, so I think we have some questions. I will share with you guys. There'll be Q&A at the end, so not to worry. Right, so as I mentioned, guys, this is how a system can help you, right? So these are all real life signals. Look at this right here. Sembcorp Industry, right? So one of those stocks that we like, all right, we had some good bullish signal in March 2023, April, went up by 42.9% in about 3 months. We got exit and started to consolidate. All right, same thing, Genting Sing, a couple of bullish signal, and then we got a bearish. I think we covered that as well, right? The bar turned from green to red, bearish signal. So it not only guides you to get in, but also to get out, right? To get out at the right time, right? So that is key as well, not just about buying, but also to think about getting out. Okay, next, in this bootcamp, guys, I'll be sharing with you this other strategy called the One Explosive Trade, One ET strategy, right? So I think what we have covered just now, in terms of the entire analysis and all that, that would be the one good trend, the One GT strategy. But, in this One Explosive Trade strategy, that's pretty much what I share with my inner circle. But in this bootcamp, I'll be revealing to you as well how you can use this strategy to pick out stocks or winners with potentially double-digit returns, right? 30%, 40%, 50% in a matter of months, sometimes weeks, right? So that's a very powerful, explosive strategy that I only review to my inner circle members. But in this bootcamp, I will review it to you as well. All right, so that is number 6. And yeah, remember, about this 740K debt that I got out of. So this was featured in the Business Time as well, in case you guys don't know about it. But this One ET strategy, the second strategy. So I only have 2 strategies, right? One of it is the One Good Trend, which is pretty much how I analyze the stocks just now. One GT, the One Good Trend. And the second one will be the One Explosive Trade, the One ET. All right, so pretty much 2 strategy. All right, and how this One ET strategy actually made it much easier and faster for me to get out of that 740K debt. So I'll review it to you in this bootcamp as well. So that's number 6. All right, so very quickly, let me just cover what you're going to get another few more minutes, right? So you get to go to the One Good Trend 2 days bootcamp. All right, decoding a 740K trend trading strategy, the roadmap, cheat sheet, and checklist, graduates community. You get One GT system for free 6 months, all right, and the One Explosive Trade strategy reviewed as well. All right, okay, so this is what you can get, all right, and the total value, guys, of all this will be about $12,485, right? And obviously, guys, I'm not going to charge you, $12,485, but if I did charge you $12,485, and if all I did was to give you the clarity to know when to get in, when to get out, potentially making gains of 20, 30% in a matter of months, sometimes weeks, like what we see in terms of the bullish signals, or maybe guiding you to get out, right? Would it be worth it? Would it save you truckloads of money? Definitely, all right? So that is the total value, $12,485. And what happens is this, right? The price point for my live physical event is $3,997, which is what you see over here, $3,997, which is pretty much the price point for my live physical event. But here's the thing, right? You're not going to invest that amount because as you can see, we have shifted things online. It's now on Zoom. You can learn in the comfort of your own home, in your pajamas. You don't have to travel anywhere. I no longer need to send my team to a hotel, book a ballroom, pay for lunch, tea breaks, and all that stuff, right? And you can now do it virtually, right? So that's why you're not going to invest that amount, all right? It's not going to be like $2,997 as well, all right? Essentially, you can get started right now, all right? For those of you who stay all the way here, for only $1,997. But hold on, guys, I'm going to give you a very special offer in just a bit, right? But $1,997. I'm going to give you a money back guarantee, right? For those of you who stay all the way right now, you're still in this live, live show, right? You can attend the first day, right? So there's 2 days in this bootcamp, right? Saturday and Sunday, 7 October, 8 October, all right? And if you attend the first day of the bootcamp and you feel that at the end of the first day, you have not learned anything at all, you don't find any value at all, right? email us for a full refund, right? How's that for a deal, right? So that's how much we believe in this strategy and system, and how much it's helped not just me, but for many of my mentees and students as well. All right, so yes, what we're going to do is this, right? For the first 5 of you, or in the next 10 minutes, there'll be a Q&A, guys, so not to worry. I think we have some questions in that, right? But in the next 10 minutes, or for the first 5 of you, I want to reward action takers. So I believe that, people will take action fast. And the thing is, right, we only have a few more seats for the current batch on the 7th and 8th October, Saturday and Sunday. All right, and let me just place the dates again in the chat, all right, in case some of you have forgotten. All right, so we want to keep the class small as well. All right, so for the first 5 of you, or in the next 10 minutes, let me just open up my timer app over here and get started. Right, here's what I'm going to do for fast action takers, right? Fast action takers. How many of you like bonuses? Type bonuses in the chat if you like, bonuses. Type bonuses in the chat, guys, before I can share a bit more on this very special offer and some of those bonuses that I can throw in for those of you guys who are still here. All right, and you want to know a bit more on what are the bonuses you can get for the first 5 of you. Type bonuses in the chat, guys, if you're still here, right? Let me know. All right, bonuses, thank you. All right, very good. So let me just share with you right now, right, in terms of the bonuses that you get, right, for the first 5 of you that take action. All right, so here, these guys, we'll take away $1,000 off right now. All right, and you get to only come for the One Good Trend Bootcamp at only Singapore dollars $997, right? Singapore dollars $997. You have only about 9 minutes, and that is the link. I'll just place the link in the chat, all right? Because let me just share with you the link, onegoodtrend.com/bootcamp, right? So just simply click on the link to get started right now. You go on to the next page where you can join the bootcamp at only Singapore dollars $997 for the first 5 of you, or in the next 10 minutes, or in the next 8 over minutes, right? And next will be the bonus that you'll be getting. All right, you get to have the monthly age premium service, right? So what is this about? Well, essentially, what if I were to give you not just the framework and give you, the features, but teach you the framework to fish, but I also give you the fishes directly so that you don't have to find the fishes yourself, right? Does it make sense? So but the monthly age is a premium subscription service whereby people are like paying $97 a month, all right, and where you can get to learn of some of my top US stocks. Whereby in a live call, we go on a live call every end of the month. We share this portfolio of top 20 over US stocks. Yes, I say again, the US market, the US stocks, right? So that's what you actually get for free 6 months access, all right? For those who are willing to take action fast, the first 5 of you, or in the next 10 minutes, right? So that's bonus number 1. And yeah, you also, for this, the monthly age premium service, basically there'll be 2 new US stocks that will be shared every single month as well. All right, and that's pretty much what you will get as well, right, for the first 5 of you, or in the next 7 minutes or so. All right. Bonus number 2, well, you get the One GT system as well. So we pretty much talk about the Singapore market, but you also get access to the US, the Hong Kong, and the China market as well. So you are able to pull out stocks in these markets, right, in these markets as well, not just Singapore. And think about how powerful is that. This you can simply type the name of any stocks, like what we have covered just now, right? We just type the name of any stocks, and very quickly, based on the bullish or maybe even bearish signals that came out, it can guide you to get in and also get out. All right, Lynette, thank you. All right, also, I think some of you have already got in, guys. We only have a few slots, so make sure you take action fast. All right. Bonus number 3, well, in this bootcamp, you get to have the entire recording of the 2 days live bootcamp on Zoom. That's bonus number 3. So in case you miss any part, not to worry, you will have the replay as well. That's bonus number 3. So I think there's some question, right? So let me go to look at some of the questions, guys. You can type the questions in the chat. I'll do my best to answer these questions for the One Good Trend Bootcamp. All right. And yeah, not to worry, guys. As I say, we'll dive into the last final stock that I would like to share with you guys. But as I promised, right, I just want to take the 10 minutes or so to share with you this bootcamp. If you want to actually dive a little bit deeper into the entire One Good Trend strategy and framework, right? So congratulations for some of you who have already got on board. All right, let's see. Right, thanks, Lynette. All right, awesome. The link to register, I already placed the link to register. So onegoodtrend.com/bootcamp. That is the link to register. All right. So any questions, guys? Let me know in the chat. So let's see what happens after the free 6 months access. Well, good. That's a good question. So essentially, for this, One Good Trend Bootcamp, the amount right now is Singapore dollars $997. to get started, and you get free 6 months access to the One GT system. So what happens after the free 6 months access? Not to worry, guys. At the end of the bootcamp, that's where we'll share with you a little bit more. If you'd like to continue after 6 months, we'll definitely share that with you. So not to worry. All right. So that will definitely be covered. Okay, I cannot make it for the dates, right? Would it be okay to join the, for next batch? Yeah, you can reach out to us, right? Send me a message or something. You can join the next batch, but we try to keep each batch very small. So if you are, these dates work for you, 7 and 8 October, click on the link, get started right now, lock in your slots because we only have a few seats left, all right? We're going to keep the class small. All right, okay, good. So that is pretty much the boot camp that I'll share with you guys. So any questions, type in the chat, guys, before we move on to the next part, which would be that bonus stock I'd like to share with you, all right? Any questions, guys, go ahead to type in the chat if you have any questions regarding the One Good Trend bootcamp. So another 5 more minutes, all right, until we cover the last stock. And for those of you who are keen, you're serious to learn a little bit more into what we covered today in terms of the whole strategy, the way we analyze the 7 stocks. So we covered 7 stocks, guys: Sembcorp Industry, SIA, Wilmar, DBS, iFast, Yangzijiang Shipbuilding, and even Genting Singapore, right? So that is pretty much the 7 stocks. So I hope that you have learned something as well, all right? And you're going to take it a little bit further. You want to learn about the whole step-by-step framework. That is where you can join the One Good Trend bootcamp. All right, okay, very good. So I think that is pretty much the end. All right, that's pretty much the end. I will go ahead to share with you that one final stock, right, that I'll share with you guys. So let me know, guys, in the chat if you want me to share with you one final stock that I like at the end, right? Type OK, guys, type OK in the chat if you want me to share with you as promised, all right? The last final stock that I like to share with you that you can put in your watch list. I think we have still more than almost 200 of you still here, all right? Type OK, guys, in the chat if you want me to share with you that bonus final stock at the end. Type bonus in chat. Type OK. Type OK in chat. All right. Okay, Junice. Okay, thank you, Susila. Awesome. Karen. Okay. Okay. So what is that one final bonus stock? So I've pretty much covered, guys, in this very Facebook live session. All right. Let me just go ahead to turn this on. All right. So I've covered in this Facebook live session a total of 7 stocks. So let's just sum it up, and we'll cover the 8th stock, which is pretty much the stock that I like to share with you at the end as promised, right? So we have okay, Elaine, okay, thank you, right? So thanks for staying all the way here. So now I'll share with you one stock that I like that you can put in your watch list for potentially more upside. So what stock is this? Well, actually, I wanted to cover a few stocks, like even Yangzijiang Shipbuilding, but since that has already been covered, never mind. All right, I'll just choose one more that I like. I think that could be a potential good reversal, right, that you can take a look at as well. So this stock is none other than UMS, right? UMS right here, right? So this is one of those Singapore tech stocks that recently came into my watch list, right? Right over here. So let me go to analyze it for you. All right. So essentially, we have been, trading below this very critical resistance level, right? Which is called the $1.10 level. So since, March, April, May, we were actually below this very critical $1.10. Right? It was a support level. You can see right here, we broke up, traded up, came back down. When we broke down, we sort of retested and sold all the way down. And all this while, we were trading below the $1.10 level. But, just a few weeks back, we managed to break this 110 level as well. All right. And I actually did a video on the Singapore tech sector. And that was where we started to see some strength coming back again after $1.10. So the reason why I want to share with you this is that I think there could potentially be a little bit more upside, all right? Because there are some signs of the trend turning up as well. So let me just go to draw another very key level right here. That would be the $1.35 and the $1.55. Look at this right here, right? So in terms of the trend, right, we were pretty much in a downtrend, right, since last year, right? This is pretty much a tech stock, right? Like, some of the other tech stocks in the US as well, we sold off, and it has been, pretty much pushing lower, and we found a bottom somewhere around November last year. But over the past, 1-2 weeks, right, there are some signs of the trend starting to turn up. Firstly, we broke above the $1.10 level. And actually, there were some upside targets that were drawn as well, all the way up to that $1.35 level, which is pretty much the resistance level that we saw over here. All right, right over here. So it's about $1.35. Then after that will be $1.55. So that is the target we have drawn. So there are some signs of the trend starting to turn up. There's some signs of the trend starting to turn up. All right, and we are actually making our way back up to 135. And in fact, over the past like 1 week, we have found a higher support level right here. You can see right over here. Let me just draw this green line. It seems like we have found a higher support around the $1.20. So not even 110, right? It seems like 120 is coming back to be a support level already. All right, and by the way, guys, for those of you who want to join the bootcamp, we only have a few minutes left, a few slots. I think quite a lot of you have joined already. All right, so only a few slots left. Go ahead to click on the link. All right, based on what I've shared just now in terms of what you'll be getting, you can find all the things you'll be getting in this onegoodtrend.com/bootcamp page. All right, you get all the things you're getting. All right, for this bootcamp. And pretty much you can see some of our reviews as well. I do have time to share all the reviews, but you can see it on that page, onegoodtrend.com/bootcamp. All right. So let's take a look at UMS again. So as I said, right, the support has gone from 110 to 120. It's a higher support, and this 20 days moving average is still sloping up right now. So short term, it looks good. Longer term, there are some signs of the trend starting to turn up as well. All right. So one of these reasons why I like this stock is that, the trend is starting, potentially starting to turn up. We are still seeing a higher support level. And eventually, I think if the $1.35 resistance would give way as well, we could see more upside. The reversal can potentially start to continue. It might consolidate, it might break, and it might slowly start to edge upwards gradually. All right, so that's one reason why I like it. And the reason why we were alerted to this stock was because of the system as well. Let me just share with you what it says for UMS. All right, right over here. So you can see that for UMS, right? I mean, since last year, look at this, right? This was a bearish signal in September last year, a red bearish signal, all the way down, got to exit, then started to push up. All right, another red signal. So a bit of a bearishness, I would say, since last year, right? A red signal, went all the way down. Another bearish signal, went down. And let's take a look at over the past few months. You can see that the bar has turned from red to green. All right, so some signs of the uptrend starting to form. And also, look at this, right? We got, since July, right, 3rd of July, we got a bullish signal, went up. Another bullish signal somewhere on the 31st of July, right here. And it started to make its way up already until where we are right now. So this bullish signal is still playing out. So eventually we may go to about 135, or maybe break that and it hits a bit higher. But if we do see an exit, well, then it can guide us to potentially get out as well. But right now, as you can see, this bullish signal is a green arrow pointing up, is still playing out. There are no exits, and that's the reason why I like this stock still, or anything above this, not 110, but maybe 120 support level, I think it still looks quite good, and there could be more upside in the short term as well. All right, so just think of where some selling can come back, 135 and then 1.55. Okay, guys, so I think that is pretty much the end of this Facebook live show. All right, we have gone on for almost 2 hours. All right, so thank you so much for being here, guys. If you have found some value, guys, just type value. All right, whether or not you have joined the bootcamp or not, all right, no worries at all. All right, but I hope that you found some value in this Facebook live show. Type value, guys, in the chat, or give me a like and share. That will really help out, this channel as well. And what you could do as well, guys, if you were to go live as well in the future, you can hit the notification button, so that when we go live in the future, you will be alerted as well when we go live. And that's where we try to do this Facebook live show once every few weeks as well. All right, so type value, guys, if you've gotten value, and I hope that these are the stocks that you have talked that I've covered, that you asked. All right, Sembcorp Industry, SIA, Wilmar, DBS, iFast, Yangtze Shipbuilding, number 7, Genting Singapore, and number 8, which is the stock I'd like to share with you at the end, UMS. All right, UMS. Right, thank you. All right, how to become your client? Okay, I think some of you are asking about how to become a client. I think some of you, as I say, guys, we do have quite a bit of clients over here. All right, whereby we do share, as a client of mine in Phillip Securities, we do share some of those ideas, like even some of those stocks that we covered as well, by WhatsApp on a daily basis. So let me just share with you this link again. If you are not yet a client of mine in Phillip Securities, you can click on it to come on board. My team will be in touch with you. All right, and that's where you at least get some services as a client as well. So value. Thank you, Vincent. James, value. That's awesome. Karen, value as well. Also, thanks, Karen. Jimmy, value. Dave, value. Cricket, value. Cheryl, value. Thank you so much, guys. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the end. I hope that you guys enjoyed this session as much as I do, sharing with you guys the stocks, the system, and all that. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. I'll see you guys. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you. All right, awesome. Bye. Thank you.